A unanimous aye. No other old business, or is there old business? Do we have Fagan?
Well, what I was going to say about Fagan Street is, as you all know, you all gave her 6 months to have the house on the ground and the lot cleaned up. As of now, she does have a demolition permit, but there has been no activity. And that, I believe that deadline is February 17th, but then she's going to come back to the February code enforcement meeting. I was talking to your attorney, and I'm wondering if it might behoove this board to maybe have the chairman write a letter to remind her of what is due.
Did she just assign me something like
I believe that,
Fictitious.
yeah, I think that, we could probably help with the language, but I just, think for everyone's sake, it might not be a bad idea. Again, that's your all's call, just to remind her what was agreed to by this board.
Thank you, Dawn. We've discussed this a little bit, and I feel like this is really a tough situation for this board, because I think she has honest intentions. I have no doubt about that. She doesn't have the financial means, I don't think, to comply. This is one of those situations where I hate being where I am. But your recommendation is that I send a letter to her, reminding her of what she is obligated to do.
And that she have returned to this board in February. If you remember, you all had her come back in February.
Do we need to move on that, or can I just say, yes, I will do that?
It's an administrative thing.
Okay, I will send the letter that Dawn puts together to remind her of what she has agreed to do. How about that? Any other old business? Is that, everybody good with that?
I'm good with it, Mr. Chairman, but this board really wasn't set up like the previous boards to give more and more and more time. This board was set up a little differently than that from what I remember. And, I don't want to see us getting into the situation with people coming up and begging for more and more time. This board is set up to whether if you've done it, you've done it, don't get fined. If you didn't do it, you do get fined and to go forward. I mean, unless we've changed am I correct on that, Dawn? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't on it when she first came up here, so I don't know what the situation was.
And the other thing is of course, now, if this board, if the person isn't able to do it, now we have the ability to do it and place a lien that
Yes.
we can collect on for 10 years, where before there was a question how long you could collect on a lien to tear down a piece of property.
So
Yes.
we have that remedy
Yes.
by action on the next board meeting.
Okay.
And honestly, I think we've been doing this, 3 years? Have I been chairman for 3 years already?
You have.
We have tried not to set a precedent
Okay.
that would allow just an eternity of extensions.
Tim remembers the old board.
Yeah, I don't think in this case, we've done that. I think it's just, we gave her 6 months to do it.
To get
and
it.
It's approaching the deadline, and I'm sure when they work out the letter, it'll say that this is what you agreed to, and
The city will,
we'll have to move.
Have
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
The city will have to move
We're-
forward.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not that come back and ask for another extension
Right.
in February.
no.
But I appreciate your
Candor.
comment.
I think it's probably better to do the letter and remind it, because if you didn't,
Slip up
she
on
would
it.
show up on February, and might ask for the extension, and we'll just kind of. go ahead
I'm
and-
assuming, Don, we'll construct the letter in a way that'll pretty much indicate that February's the drop dead date, and we're going to move beyond that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We can do that, and
Probably have it to
I'll send it
Chris.
to you.
Yeah, and this is not a situation where somebody said, I need more time to fix the problem. This is, she's agreed it needs to come down, so it's a question of who's going to take it.
She's been
She's
totally.
moved out of it.
Yeah, I mean, she's done everything I think she has the capability of doing.
Okay.
So,
And I will say that Bowling did pull the demolition permit, but it's been pulled for almost 6 months now.
okay.
Well, he set a demolition date, but he's not gonna do it without getting paid first.
Right.
And I understand the entrepreneur situation. All right, moving on then to new business. Code enforcement report.
Yes, we have, let's see, 7 citations that were withdrawn, and we have 5 uncontested citations.
You know, you're just as professional as your predecessor, but you're very concise in your report, and we do appreciate that, actually.
I figured everyone would.
It's all written out here.
There's no weeds growing this time of year, you know, and I understand.
This is pretty cut and dry.
All right.
Question,
Yes.
what does citations withdrawn mean?
So what this board decided early on was when the citations go out, if a individual corrected it within 7 days, then we would automatically withdraw those, so they have no fines or anything. So what's happened here is these people received their citation and they remedied it. Now, they would have already received a notice of violation first and been told to remedy it. And then citation is if they have the right to appeal it, they have the right to uncontest it and have a fine, or they have the right to clean it up within 7 days and then it goes away. And so that's what happened on these. These people received a citation and they.
And Don, what is the normal process or length of time from the first citation?
From the notice of
From the
violation.
first notice of violation?
Depends on
It
the-
depends on what it is. Grass may be shorter, just because grass.
So they've had an opportunity more than 7
Oh.
days?
Oh, yeah.
The majority of them has 20 days unless it's a
Right.
vehicle or a condemnation, you know. If they call and ask for more time, you know, if it's within reason, I try to give them more time.
If
Yeah.
they ask for more time, while it's still under notice.
Well,
of violation.
7 days sounds harsh, but you've got to realize that it's been going on a lot longer
Right,
than 7 days.
right. They
Yeah, if
receive.
they had 10 days before then.
Yeah.
And Bill, to respond to your comment, my experience on this board has been, we've got some frequent flyers, and those are the people that seem to come into play as far as our actions are concerned, because most are either unaware or they've been procrastinating in solving the issues they know exist. And as soon as we notify them that they're in violation, that's the usual response as they proceed.
And some of them are landlords, so they then,
It takes them a while to get it done.
yeah.
Okay. Any other comment or question? That's good.
Under other new business, we've been given the authority to file our next mass foreclosure suit. So we are currently looking at properties that have been condemned by this board and that we've torn down, as well as properties that are under property maintenance orders from you all, but these structures are still livable. So we hope to have the next mass foreclosure suit filed by June.
Okay. Any other business to come before this board? If not, we stand adjourned.
That was pretty good.
10 minutes, you know, that's average.
If I hadn't had